Hello. So this is my first audio I'm making. Sorry if it sounds a little unclean because I don't have a microphone right now, so I'm just using my headphones for this. I will buy headphones someday, but right now I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna be reading these Wattpad boyfriend scenarios because one of my friends really likes this. I don't want her finding my account though, because yeah, that's gonna be really awkward. But this is my first video, so sorry if I mess up. Also, I haven't watched the show in a really long time, so I'm so sorry if I mess up any of the names. Please don't come after me, especially since I'm new. But yeah, let's get started. Krasno, Hinata. You were on your way to school. You didn't live far from Krasno, but still had to leave a little early. But this morning wasn't the case. As you missed your alarm, you rushed outside. Apparently another first year was late as well. A boy was going fast on his bike. He ran into you so hard he flew off his bike, and you ran to him to help him. You tried not to laugh at the situation, as the situation was kind of funny. He apologized, but that didn't stop him from running back to his bike and waving as he sped along. Kageyama, your best friend had just broke up with their boyfriend, and oh, they were upset. You felt bad for them seeing as crying at your usual lunch table, but you remembered that milk was always their favorite drink. So you rushed to the vending machines, only to see that the last milk was gone. You saw a tall boy walking away, about to put the straw in. Wait, you yelled. He turned around and you explained the situation to him. I mean, surely he would be nice and give you his drink. But he said no. So you promised to buy his milk for a week, and that made him agree real quick. Daichi. You were on your way home from school when you felt someone follow you. You got a little nervous, so you decided to make a couple laps to see if the person was really following you or if it was a coincidence. But surely enough, it wasn't a coincidence and they were following you. You sped up and so did they, and then a hand grabbed yours. Hey babe, there you are, a teen boy pulled you back. The person following you froze and backed away as they saw him hug you. Someone is following you, he whispered in your ear. Do you want me to help? He asked again and you nodded. He walked you home and made sure you felt safe by telling you sweet things. You asked for his number, which surprised him. But in reality, you wanted to get him a gift to say thanks. Sugawara, you were walking down the hall with a handful of papers. It was your job to do class duties. You felt a weight lift off your hands as you looked to your left. Here, let me help, a boy with gray hair told you. He made small talk with you until you got to class. He helped you sit them down, and to thank him, you brought him a vending machine treat, which made it blush. Tanaka, you were new to the area, and you had a ton of stuff to move in. You struggled with a box trying to get it up the stairs until a bald kid came in and helped. Hey, these look heavy. You shouldn't carry these on your own, he told you. That night he helped you carry most of your stuff into your family's new apartment. Asahi, your grades were failing. I mean, to the point where you might have to retake the year. You mostly needed help in algebra, so your teacher gave you a tutor. He was pretty scary, but explained the subject very nicely, and it was super easy to understand. You asked if he could help you in your other classes, and he shyly agreed. But sometimes during the lesson, you can see him staring at you. Nishinoya, you were the libero on the other team close by. During his little break he took from the team, he asked you to help. You kept refusing, but then he kept getting annoying, so you just agreed to help him. Thanks, listener. Today your upperclassman will treat you to some ice cream, he says to you after practice. Tsukishima. Your mother was friends with Yamaguchi's mom, so sometimes you would hang out with Yams. Nothing like best friends, though. So when you moved into Tokyo, he had to come visit, and of course he brought Tsukishima with him. You made small talk, but nothing big. Sometimes when you talked to him, Yamaguchi made a face like he was left out, so you'd stop so he didn't get too sad. Yamaguchi. You worked at a basic store. One day, Yamaguchi came in with Tsukishima to buy some stuff after school. He self-consciously brought his face wash to the counter. He expected you to make fun of him, but you replied with a, this brand isn't the best. Follow me. And you told him about all the different types and what to use. Tsukishima looked annoyed at the end, though. Yamaguchi thanked you and paid for his things. Aoba Josai. So sorry if I messed that up. Oikawa. Your friend dragged you to one of his games. They really just wanted to meet him. They were legit his #1 fan. After the game, they gave him baked cookies. He thanked them and turned to you. Do you have anything as well, hon? You just replied with a nope, popping the P. He found you pretty interesting. Iwai Izumi? Sorry if I'm messing that up. Okay. It was your first day at Aoba Josai. Again, sorry if I'm messing that up. So they asked the famous Oikawa to show you around. You started to talk to him, and turns out he found an interest in you. Not romantically, of course. So he invited you to eat with him. That's where you met Iwaizumi. He immediately apologized for Oikawa crappy behavior. You just laughed and smiled up at him. Nekomahai. Kuro. You and your best friend waited months to see your favorite band play. And finally the day was here. You put on your favorite outfit and left. Everything was going great until a tall person blocked your way. Let's just say you were on the shorter side. After trying to look past him and his bad hair, you finally decided to ask him to move. You tapped his shoulder and he turned around to look at you literally down. Sir, do you mind moving? He looked nice enough. But I guess you thought wrong. Yeah, I kinda do mind. A shocked expression came to your face. He let out a laugh. Fine, shorty, only if you give me your number. You agreed and quickly put your number in so he could leave. Kenma. You worked at a GameStop because you had an interest in gaming and anime. A boy with bleached hair came in one day and bought one of your all-time favorite games. That's a really good game, you told him as you scanned the item. He mumbled a thanks, and you noticed how cute he was. So you decided to give him something. You took a paper and wrote down most of the cheats you knew. You handed him the cheats and the game. He looked up at you with a shocked expression. Thanks, he gave a half smile and a blush came to your face. Lev, you worked at a cafe. It honestly makes super good money. You've been working there for a week and some new people came in. Your manager took them to their seats while you got ready to make their orders. Hello, may I take your orders? The shorter one told you the order for the pair and you went back to tell the cooks. You came back and handed them their drinks until the taller boy called you back. Hey, you look really hot in that outfit. A blush came to your face as the shorter kid hit him and apologized for his friend. Fukurodani Academy. Bakuto. All of your friends were busy, but you decided you definitely wanted to see a movie. So you bought a ticket and took a bus. You got there early, so you decided to play around on your phone until you heard some girls gossiping about you. I bet they have no friends. Maybe she gets bullied, you heard them. So you decided to let them know how you felt. Hey, I have friends, but mind your business. They giggled at your reaction. That made you embarrassed. You stared at the floor until you heard a loud voice. "Hey, we made it!" A kid with white hair yelled. Stood next to him was another boy with black hair. You looked back to the girls who looked embarrassed. The two boys sat with you in the middle. "Sorry," he asked impulsively. The black head kid whispered to you. "No, it's fine. Thanks." He smiled down at your lap as you watched the movie. Akashi. You've been staying up late working on student council stuff for the past week or two. You had to take the late bus home because he stayed again to help out someone with their homework. Sorry, I'm literally just reading what they're writing. So, sorry if it doesn't make sense, because it didn't make sense to me. When you got on, there were barely any seats left because most people were getting off work. So you had to sit next to a teenage boy wearing the same uniform as you. He didn't say anything, but gave you a nod to let you know that you can sit there. He didn't try to talk to you either. Your eyes started to feel heavy and you fell asleep. Akashi felt bad, so he looked at the student council president he recognized from his school. So he let you sleep. Your head fell on his shoulder. After a couple more minutes, he woke you up. He made sure you got off him safely, too. Shiratori Zawa Academy. Ushijima. You go on a walk/dog with your dog every morning. If you don't have a dog or a pet, just pretend it's just you. This morning, he saw a new person and got excited. Sorry if that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me either. I'm reading this off Wattpad. He started to pull on you till a hand grabbed you and helped you straighten up. "Are you alright?" A deep voice asked. "Yeah, my dog likes new people." You awkwardly told the tall boy. "Yes, I can see that." He bent down and pet the dog before running off to finish his own jog. Tendo. Tendo. That has an accent mark at the end of the O, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. It's your first day at a new school and you wanted to make a ton of friends because it's your last year in high school. You were walking down the hall and saw some girls gossiping about a kid right next to them. You told them off in the nicest way possible and then made them apologize. He thanked you and asked if he could repay you. Okay, now for this, I'm just reading up the catch-up. I'm reading all the catch-ups here, so sorry if they're not in order and they go to different schools. I don't know. And again, sorry if I mess up the names. Kentoru Kyotani. You meet Iwa and Oikawa in your second period class. I wouldn't say you guys are best friends, but you do hang out during that class. You were complaining about how their new teammate didn't show up and it was hard to deal with. One day, was out home sick with a cold. Oikawa asked you to give him papers with the new practice regimen since he didn't listen to him. Again, sorry if this doesn't make sense. I'm reading this off the Wattpad. When you went to his class, you knocked on the door asking for him. He came up to your door. He came up to the door. Couldn't lie. He was very intimidating. This doesn't make any sense. But you didn't stand back and gave him the papers with confidence. Then he walked away with some of your hair brushed past him and left him stunned. Sorry if that didn't make any sense. Tsushima. You worked at your uncle's tattoo shop in the mall for extra cash. It was legal, most likely not, but extra money. So, anyways, you were sitting at the table waiting for your next job, like sweeping the floor or cleaning the supplies, when your uncle let you know that he had to run his car to grab one of the tattoo guns for his next client. A couple of teenage boys came up the front, following the one in front. "Hey babe, I'm getting my tongue pierced. Got any appointments?" Yeah, we're open right now, so we can get you set up if that's okay." You say you sat him down in the chair while his friends left to shop around. Your uncle was taking a while, so you decided to started. Your uncle was taking a while, so you decided to get started a little bit early. Stick your tongue out. He blushed, but did what you told him to. Bodo boy in Terthemia. You could barely understand what he was saying because you were drawing a dot on his tongue. Your uncle got back shortly and finished the piercing. After he was done, his tongue was still in a bit of pain. Hey, so can I get your number? Hey, so can I, get your number? And of course you gave it to him.